This is a small test environment in which I am logged in as a user and I have registered an ISO already. So we'll see the option to update the ISO permissions, in which we are able to add, remove, or reset the permissions. In the case of adding or removing the permissions, we can share the ISO with accounts or projects. In the case of projects, we'll see the list of available projects to select. And in the case of accounts, by default, the user must enter a comma-separated list of accounts. So in this example, I already know beforehand some accounts in this environment, so I'm going to share this ISO with account 2 and account 3, and I'll log out and log in as user 2, which belongs to account 2. In this example, what I have done previously is sharing the ISO from user in the account 1 to account 2. So logged in as user 2 in account 2, I can go to the shared ISOs and I will see the shared ISO from the other user. You will also notice that the user which received the shared ISO does not have any permissions to modify the ISO permissions. So if I log out and log in as the administrator, we'll see that the administrators can set a global setting to control the user's listing of different accounts in the same domain. So this configuration will search for allow user view all domains. So by default this is false, view all domain accounts. I'm gonna set it to true. And if I again log in as the user which owns the ISO, in the dialog box I will also see the list of accounts in the ISO permissions list. So update ISO permissions. So notice that now select the accounts will show me the two remaining accounts which do not have the ISO shared. So if I want to remove one of these accounts, I will see account 2 and account 3, which I have already added permissions. So in this example, I'm going to remove account 2, and that's a very quick check. The user 2, which was in account 2, will not have access anymore to the ISO. So images, ISOs, and on the shared ISOs, the list is empty. In the last example, the last operation is the reset permissions. So the user restores the ISO permissions to the defaults, which is not sharing the ISO to any other account, and this does not account or project, sorry. So this does not require any other parameter, and all those examples which I have done with accounts are similar with projects. So this is the same, and I'm going to reset permissions for this ISO, so it will remain by default.